Hello everyone, my name, as always, is Chaos in the Sky, and welcome to the bracket reveal video for Anime Villainous' Tournament Arc 2024. It's been about a year since the last tournament arc, so we are here again with a 16-player single elimination tournament for you. It's going to be great. This year we had over 30 competitors, so we actually held qualifiers to narrow it down to 16 people for the tournament, and it was intense. Over about 3 weeks, a bunch of players duked it out for the right to be in the official tournament, and it just finished the other day, so now that I have all the names for this year, we're going to do a bracket reveal just as before, which I will be joined by my fellow lead Alex for. But before we get into that, I do want to run you through the rules of how competitive Anivil is played to make sure we all remember. In competitive Anime Villainous, we have the official draft pick rules. First, you roll the dice. This determines who the starting player is and who the second player is. After that, the starting player gets to ban one villain out of the 16 we have available, then the second player gets to ban a villain in response. Neither player can choose those two villains for this game. If it's the first round, each player secretly picks an unbanned villain from their draft deck, and then both choices are revealed, so it's a blind pick. Neither knows what the other is picking. After that, the winner of the previous round must reveal their pick first, and then the loser of the previous round gets to pick their villain in response, so they'll get the opportunity to counterpick their opponent. Whoever is the second player gets to have one power at the start, and they may shuffle their entire hand into their deck to draw a new starting hand of 4 cards, and then the game begins. After the game is over, all of the villains are then unbanned, and you repeat this entire process, except whoever lost the previous game gets to decide who the starting player is, usually themselves. Normal rounds are all best 2 out of 3, and the finals will be a best 3 out of 5, because that is the finals, so we gotta make it even more intense. We also use a chess clock. We still use the same one as last year. Each side gets 30 minutes, and you just, if you run out of time, you lose, basically. So you've got a little bit of clock pressure there and have to make sure you keep up with it. So yeah, there you have it. That's how the tournament is being run. We have 16 villains this year, the Battle Begins box and the Humans Resources box, and we've got some serious competition. So I'm going to go get Alex, and we're going to reveal this bracket to you with a quick little jump cut. Alright everyone, here we are, Anime Villainous Tournament Arc 2024. It's time for the bracket reveal. I am not alone, I'm joined by my fellow lead Alex. Good to have you here, Alex.
Hello, everyone!
And we are going to be giving this bag the shake of its absolute career. Snap that bad boy back down. And now, let's see who we get. I believe last year we went top to bottom, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
Alright, this year we're going bottom to top. I like to keep people on their toes.
Uh-huh. Spicy.
Exactly. So our first competitor for Tournament Arc 2024 is going to be Ascended One. Ascended One?
The big AO himself, at last, making an appearance.
Ascended One plays a lot of the game, pretty good at the game. Took a victory off of Falk, one of our QA members in the qualifiers. So this is going to be a tough opponent for whoever we pull next. Most likely going to be a really good game.
Long awaited, too, because he has not competed before, but he's been around forever.
Yes, you're right, indeed. Let's see who his opponent will be in round 1. It is Mario X Turn.
Oh.
Mario X Turn also been around the block for a while. I don't believe has competed in Tournament Arc last year, much like Ascended One, but I have seen Mario X Turn in my tournament, my casual one last year, and he did pretty well. Can't remember if he participated in the other casual tournament we had, but these are both pretty good players. Haven't been in Tournament Arc until now, so this is going to be a proving ground battle, sort of, for them.
Very exciting.
Very exciting indeed. Let's move on to our next match, which will begin with Lark. Oh, baby. It's him, last year's champion. Lark, as we all know, won last year, QA member, incredibly talented. He's the one to beat, more or less. So, who...
Yeah, from last year, for sure he is.
Absolutely. So, who has the honor of taking on our previous champion? It's gonna be X-Eyes. X-Eyes, also not been in Tournament Arc. I don't believe he was in last year, was he?
He was not in the community at the time. He's
Right.
been he's been very active, but he actually joined. It feels like a year ago.
Been here a while. I thought it might have been a bit longer than that, probably because he is so active. He's very active in the community, and he plays games a lot. I see him in matchmaking a lot. He's in the customs community a bit, so it's going to be up to him to see if he can make the big upset of taking out last year's champion in round 1. It's going to be a good match.
Even if, it, however Excise does, he drew last year's champion in round 1. It's like I'm rooting for him.
It had to be someone.
It had to be somebody, even if he just takes a game off Lark. I mean, that's a badge of honor.
Exactly. It's gonna be a good one. Our next matchup is going to be starting with Egg. Okay, Egg, very active in the community as well. Plays the game a lot. I've actually played a couple of games with Egg, and he's skilled. He knows what he's doing, and he's gonna be one to watch this tournament arc. I feel like
Egg is great. Also, just really nice guy.
he is a swell guy. Let's not gas him up too much. That his egg is gonna swell with ego.
Don't talk about a man's egg.
His opponent will be Kid Jays. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that they were in the same qualifier group, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
So I believe it was Egg beat Kid Jays in their qualifier game, but now Kid Jays has his chance at revenge because he still was in the top 2 of their qualifier and got in. So they're going to have a little rematch here, a little vengeance match to start off round 1.
Very anime.
Incredibly anime. It doesn't get much more anime than that. So following them, we're going to have the one Woomy, just still one singular, just like last year. One Woomy was in the tournament last year, right? I paused for a second there because I was trying to remember, like, this was in the tournament last year, right? Yes.
He was, yep.
So one Woomy has returned to try and take the title yet again, but to do that, they're going to have to go up against Never Early. Ooh, that's going to be a match.
Never is kind of scary.
Kind of might be a bit of an understatement. Never Early plays the game a lot. I see him in matchmaking a lot. He's grinding out practice matches. He just plays plenty, and he's gonna be one of the people that you're looking to beat in this one. Woomy is gonna have her work cut out for her a little bit, but anything can happen in Anime Villainous, and you can't prove your mettle much more than beating someone like Never Early.
Absolutely, yeah. Might be a huge upset, you never know.
It absolutely could be. I'm looking forward to seeing that match play out. So there's our bottom of the bracket there. Ascended versus Mario X Turn, Lark versus Excise, Egg versus Kid Jays, and then Never versus Woomy. So now we get the top of our bracket. We've still got, man, I'm thinking of the names, and I'm like, there are still just, everyone this year is such a competitor. I can't even imagine. So let's see, our first match here is gonna be, whoops, don't pick up the thing. Oh, yep, speak of the devil, there's Butter.
Butter King, our lead QA.
Lead QA
very good.
Yeah, lead QA for very good reason. Butter, incredible at the game, just like all of our QA members. He's gonna be one of the ones that we're looking to see if there will be an upset or not. And the person with the chance to give us that big round 1 upset is going to be Mr. Metroid. Oh no! Poor Mr. Metroid! I can hear him, like, he's watching this video in the future right now, just letting out a big sigh, like, huh.
So our very own Mr. Metroid, who is a very lovely individual.
Great guy.
And you know what? Metroid, I hope you have fun.
Metroid, I believe in you because this is a card game. Just, I think
what's important is that we all have a good time,
Pathetic. Weak. Weakness disgusts me. Metroid and Butter, that's going to be a good one. Metroid, dude, anything can happen, bro. You got through your qualifier games. I know you're good at the game. Just, see if you can, like, cover Butter's eyes or, like, take one of his god card tiles when he's not looking. You can do it. I believe in you. Our next match is going to be Kodake.
Another one of my sisters in the community.
Yes, Kodake, I believe she's relatively new. Definitely wasn't in tournament arc last year, at least. So this is
Right.
I don't think I've ever seen. I jump into community matches every now and then, the casual tournaments. I don't think I've ever actually seen Kodake play, so I'm very interested to get to watch this one when it happens and see how it shakes out.
I mean, she qualified fair and square.
Exactly. Anyone here has already proven they're good at the game because they got through their qualifier games.
Might be making a big splash.
Exactly. Kodake's opponent will be D. Gessner 1.
Speaking of out of nowhere, someone who joined the community like 2 months ago and qualified for top 16. What?
Exactly. D. Gessner almost came out of nowhere, has only been here like a couple of months. I don't know exactly how long, but I had basically never seen them in the server, and then I've seen a ton of them in the server. They have been playing games, they've been practicing in matchmaking, qualified for the top 16. This is a match where I have no idea who could come out on top. So I'm really interested to see how this one plays out. And
This is an awesome matchup because these two they're kind of unknowns competitively.
exactly.
So it's so exciting.
And then whichever one of them wins has the honor of playing against Mr. Metroid, most assuredly. So we love you, Metroid. Let's move on to the next round.
That's probably true, yeah. Okay.
Our next one is going to be Fairy Niami. There it is. I've coined the term. Fairy Niami is the shadow of the Annaville community. You see almost none of Niami. She's just creeping around in the corners. You don't know she's there, and then a competitive event comes up, and she just reaches out and just snatches games left and right. Just absolutely dominates. She's incredibly skilled at this game.
Fairy Niami is terrifying.
to
She's
put it in a
very
word.
scary.
To put it in a word, yes, terrifying is a good one. Incredibly good player. Fairy Niami was in a 5-group match and won every single game, I believe. So definitely a player to look out for. Maybe even a community favorite potentially, because Fairy Niami also won my tournament at the end of last year and got really far in the Devil's Pub tournament that Misfire holds. So very well proven player. Looking forward to whoever's going to be playing against Niami, which will be, oh baby, it's Falchion.
Well,
that
one of our QA, all our QA, of course, are incredible at the game, but it's Niami. This is a match.
This is
Whew.
probably going to be the most looked upon game in round 1. Falk and Niami are both incredible at this game, and it's, oh boy, this might be the game I'm looking forward to the most out of round 1. That is going to be an intense one.
And Niami has been grinding legal characters the whole time, while Falchion's practice has all been on the next expansion, Piercing the Veil. Characters he cannot play. So
Gonna have to watch, make sure Falk doesn't whip out Eisen or something in this
I'm
tournament
a
illegally.
little afraid for Falk because that matters. That difference in practice absolutely will matter.
But at the same time, it's Falk. It could go either way, and that's what's going to make this match
It could
so
go
good.
either way, but that's a tough first round. Oh.
That is going to be a match and a half. And now we have our final two, which is going to be Pumpkin King, a player from last year's tournament arc. I believe got to round 2 before losing to Butter King, our lead QA.
Pumpkin King was the only person to take a game off of Butter other than Lark.
Yes.
He is very good. Very, very good. Where he landed last year is not really indicative of how good he is. So yeah.
He is absolutely a contender. Definitely not someone you want to take lightly. And I believe, if I remember right, this last one should actually be our runner-up from last year, Azure Horizon 448. So these two were on opposite sides of the bracket last year. They didn't even get a chance to go up against one another. And as you said, Pumpkin lost to Butter, who lost to Lark, who won. And then Lark beat Azure. So this is going to be this is almost an interesting what-if scenario if Pumpkin had managed to make it all the way last year. We're going to get to see these two
It's sort of like, what if Pumpkin had been in Azure's side of the bracket? Would Pumpkin have been second place instead of Azure?
Yeah, in a way, you're right. That is another one that is going to be we accidentally top-loaded these top matches. Like, these are going to be two of the, I think, of the most intense. They're all going to be good games, I'm sure, but these are the two to, like, really look out for, I think, at the start here.
There's so many, though. There's so many to look at. Like, this is really exciting.
It is. It's going to be incredible. Can Excise upset the entire thing and take out Lark out the gate? Can Butter manage to overcome all odds and defeat Mr. Metroid, who we're pretty sure is unstoppable?
Okay, all right, come on.
Metroid, you're gonna win. I believe in you, and it's gonna be hilarious when people look back at this video when you beat Butter. Falcon Niami is gonna. I think this is the match I'm most excited for. Is Falk versus Niami? That one is going to be intense.
Yeah, that's a scary first round for Falk.
And then, like you mentioned earlier, we have people like D. Gessner and Kodake who are basically complete unknowns. There's no telling how that's gonna go. It's going to be a good year for Tournament Arc, I would say. So there you have it. You'll be seeing matches from this bracket uploaded to the channel very soon. Be sure to check out the links in the description. Go join the Discord. Chat with other people about the tournament as it's going on. Keep up to date on future Anime Villainous things like our upcoming expansions and other events such as Tournament Arc. We'd love to see you there. And we hope you enjoy watching Tournament Arc 2024. Until next time, farewell.